Hey, shalom, Akim. Ya Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of GMS, or you brothers in the four corners of the earth. They're pushing the truth in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. Now, I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. There's a great famine in Guyana, in different parts of the world. But it's getting so bad in Guyana that people are not noticing, or they're turning a blind eyes to what is actually happening. Right? So what you're seeing here on the screen is a chart, with the food prices going up, like crazy, right? But this chart, even to this chart, is not right, because this chart was updated 2022, right, around April, right? We in 2023 right now, and it's a whole lot of lies is being told on the internet. But we know these devil control the internet, the media, right? But nevertheless, it's a daily recommended minimum amount of money for food per person. They have $1,894, right, and cent. Now Ghana don't deal with cents and this bullshit, right? But technically this what they're saying is lies, right? A day, right, per person daily. This is 2,000, let me say 2,000 Ghana dollars. Now the exchange for in US would be about, if we say $8, right? If we give it the benefit of the doubt, let us say $9. That is nothing compared of cost of living here. Now this $9 cannot give you a proper box of food in this country, right? And it would barely even give you breakfast, right? So this is a total lie, right? It's a monthly recommended minimum amount of money for food per person. This is per month, right? Assuming 30 days per month, $58,726.39. Like I said, forget about the cents. Now this here would be about 300. No, Silakia. It's gonna be 200, and you will see about $95, right? $395. It could be $90, right? Now there's no way that 58,000, if we say 59, okay, we see run it off as 60,000, could run a person a month. Now keep in mind, the minimum wage in this country, right, for social workers is $65,000. Now if $65,000 is the minimum wage, when you calculate $58,000, right, how could that make one person survive? And guess what? This is not even transportation or rent yet here, right? So this is bare bullshit, right? The media, they don't tell the truth, bro, right? Now the food, when you go to the grocery over here, $30,000, $40,000, which is 200 US, is finishing like nothing. And the food that you carrying home, it cannot even last you out for a week, right? Now let us say that somebody that eating properly, eating the fruits properly, they're not on rice, on this garbage that they're selling. Man, this money would do nothing for you, right? But the people, they're not telling you the truth. Now you see the percentage of the milk, you see the percentage of the orange, you see what's going on here. And this what they're showing you here right now on this board is not even real, bro. So again, there is a famine, a great famine in this place, that a lot of people, they're not taking heed. A lot of people, they claiming that, they're living good, but some of these people, a lot of people are starving. The media, the news, they're not talking about these things. The governments, their head, they're not telling you these things. A lot of people are starving in this country, right? A lot of people can't eat 2 meals a day. All these people who use accustomed to 3 meals, they cannot eat it, right? Nevertheless, I have some precept here that I put together. But no, let me go into this word famine first, right? It's a hunger, starvation, right? Which a lot of people are going through right now, right? Now, let me show you something. Let us go into this word, because when you have a need for something, like there's a need for food, right? It also go back to the word starvation too. Right? It's in. I don't read this whole thing, right? It's a, what is required, wanting, or desire, necessity. Food is necessity, right? We need food, right? Let me go down a little bit more. It's an emergency, trouble, time of peril, or distress. Right now, there's a great distress in this place, right? But the media, they're not telling you these things. Well, yeah, basically that's it. Hardship will go back to. You brothers could read the rest. Oh, let me jump down. You see, from 12th century, as lacking of something that is necessary or important. It's a state or condition of needing something, also a necessary act. Well, yeah. Well, they're gonna go off a little bit, but the main thing is that there's a lack of something, right? Right? It's a need. The verb is a require, have need of, from the same root of need, meaning to be under obligation. Yeah, but basically that is the point. Let me bring out the scriptures. Because there's a need for food, right? This is Lamentation chapter 4 and 8. It says their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the street. Their skin cleave to their bones. It is wither. It is become like a stick. Meaning what? The starvation. You can't recognize Jake just now. Understand? Because even though the mad people, these so-called, you find people even coming from Venezuela and other country becoming mad people in the streets, actually, right, of Georgetown. You see now they walking, they begging, and you could tell that the curse weighs on our people, because they're leaving the country that they born and grew up in to come to a strange country, and a lot of these people, they turn into cocaine and drugs, ecstasy and these things, and they most of these women, they come here to what? To prostitute themselves. They come to sell their bodies. You understand? And even that, things are so hard. Men are not even worried with prostitute these days. So they whores them, they prostitute them, they're catching hell too over here. But people are not telling you these things. I remember in 2018, 2019, when you this is what I think was Church North Road, I think it is. These prostitutes, they line up on this road, and you ask them, hey, how much you want? They would tell you, hey, they need $10,000. Now these people are actually negotiating with you. You understand? But first, they was so proud because what things was happening. So the C-19 come and what F everything up for them. You know, the economy, it's crashing. You see, they that be slain with a sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For they pine away, stricken through for want of the fruit of the field. You see? So there's go the word again, want, right? And hunger, right? I looked the word up, the definition of the word, just verification sake. Right? Hunger. It's a feeling of discomfort or weakness caused by lack of food. And this is exactly what is going on in this place. A lot of people are hungry. Children are going to school hungry. Right? A lot of children going to school, they don't have lunch. They eating one meal. There's in the morning and they're hoping to get something when they go back home. You see, but the government, they're not telling you these things. They give out a $25,000 grant, right, per child. Man, listen, your light bill, your electrical bill is coming $25,000. I asked one of the brother part-time, how much his light bill came. He said it came to $37,000. You see, so these people are just making themselves a fool, right? You see, the hand, right, back in Lamentation 4 and 10, you see, the hand of the pitiful woman have swollen her own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So what was happening? These people, back in the ancient days, well, when I say ancient days, the siege that we went through, it wasn't long either. Our people was eating leather and boiling leather and eating mud and all these things. Guess what? This is coming back again. This is coming back again, and it's going to be much worse. Right? It's going to be much worse. So, get the next precept. It's going to be worse. All right, this is 2 Kings 6 and 24. You see, and it came to pass after this that Benadad, king of Assyria, gathered all the hosts and went up and besieged Syria. And there was a great famine in Syria. You see, there go the word again, famine. And behold, they besieged it until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and for 4 parts of a cab of dove dung for 5 pieces of silver. So people was eating ass. You understand? 80 silver. I think that's supposed to be 80 pieces of silver. Right? I think a score, I stand corrected. A score is 20. Right? So it's supposed to be 80 pieces of silver. This is what it was eating. They was eating dove dung. You see? So picture this famine, man. This famine we're coming here, it's going to be worse. You see, and as the king of Israel was passing upon the wall, they cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, for out of the winepress. So in other words, the Lord wasn't even with these 2/3. So 2/3 of our people, man, they gonna die. Right? A lot of you women, a lot of you men, a lot of these wicked ass children, because even when we out there in the street, it have children where us be scoffing at us. So the Most High gonna put them to death. Right? 28, they say, And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. Look at this. For we boiled my son, so we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. You see, so Jake's upon Jake. So these people, they was eating one another children, bro. This is coming back. Where a mother and a father would have no pity upon the children. That is how bad the siege is going to be. Right? That is how bad this famine coming upon this face of the earth going to be. And there is a famine, man. Right? Now, some people look at the famine as what? They look at famine as, hey, they don't have no food. No, that doesn't mean there's not a famine. A famine is a need of something, meaning need of food, or a lack of food. Like if you can't afford to buy yourself some food, that's called a famine. Right? If you starving, that is called a famine. You see how people use words, you know, he so demonize word, he twist words around. If I don't have clothes, I'm going through a famine for clothes. If I don't have money, I'm going through a famine. Right? In other words, this famine go back to what? The famine for food. It have different famine. Right? Like I say, the famine go back to the word need. You need something and you don't have it. You see, going back to 2 Kings, Silakia, and 6. 2 Kings 6 and 30. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. So what? Even to that, that is more than enough for a king, a leader, to go into mourning. And these is things that happening in Guyana, and a lot of people are not talking about it. But like the scriptures say, we are the watchman of Israel. Right? So let me bring that out and I'm going to close up. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words of my mouth, and give them warning for me. So we, are the true watchmen of Israel, and we are warning the people. Now a lot of these people, they're not taking heed. They're thinking that this is a joke. But guess what? The Most High gonna bring things more harder and harder, upon you people. This place, there's no better in this place. It's going to get worse and worse. Remember, the scriptures say when the Lord is about to make his return, it's going to be like a woman with travailing with a child. So when a child is about to born, the pain get hotter and hotter and hotter, as he used to say. Right? So the pain is going to come on. So great famine, great plagues. Let me bring this precept out before I leave, because this is going to knit straight into it. Right, 2 Ezra 15 and I read from 4. It say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Because a lot of people don't believe that we're in a famine. A lot of people don't believe that this place is going to be destroyed. And when I said destroy, you're not talking about America and these other places, because in the South America, they're not going to be destroyed, but there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be race war. They're going to be chaos in this place. It said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that is what is coming to this place. Right? So all you who do not believe, guess what? The Most High don't even wonder, hey, some of you don't mark for death. Anyway, I make the point. I hope this was edifying, to you, to the elect, you sincere brothers and sisters. Once again, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of GMS, all you brothers in the four corners of the earth, that pushing the truth in sincerity and in truth, shalom, abad popal.